Hey, hello and welcome to How to Read Books. My name is Rupen Paul and today I'm going to be talking to you about how to read books. A variety of reasons why people don't read books. Reason number one, a lot of people find it just hard to read because of cataract. Reason number two, people find it hard to hold a book because they only have one hand. Reason number three, people can't follow the plot of the story because they're reading while making out. Personally, I sympathize with a lot of the reasons, especially reasons number 1, 2 and 3. But since I want to help, I'm going to give you a few tips that will help you read more books. But before doing all of this, let me dispel a common myth. You don't need a great grasp of a particular language to read a book. Sorry. This may be an ironic statement, but my English is horrendous. But still, if I can read, so can you. Tip number 1, try to be a loser. A lot of people say like, hey, can I read in a party? You can't read in a party. You have to be a loser. You should not have any friends. Then only books will become your best friends. Tip number 2, get on Instagram. A lot of people don't have any priorities at all. See, if you're reading, you have to let other people also you're reading. Otherwise, there's no use. So here's what you do. When you buy a book, this is how you buy a book. Buy a book and then afterwards see how it looks on Instagram. If it does not look good on Instagram, don't waste your time reading all this nonsense. It's not going to help you. Tip number 3 is tell yourself this. Hello, boss, please. When I was in class 5, my classmate was reading The Lord of the Rings. And I also wanted to read Lord of the Rings. Not because it was a good story, but because you know how cool it would have been if I read such a fat book. So I went to the bookstore with my sister and I picked up Lord of the Rings. And she looked at me and she said, hello boss, please. Because that's when it put me in place. I actually needed a coloring book. So if you want to buy a book, read the first 2 chapters or the first 2 pages. And if you're able to understand it, then buy it. If you're not able to understand it, don't buy it to look cool. Tell yourself this, hello boss, please. Tip number 4 is learn how to manipulate conversations and to bore people. These days, you know what I do? I have conversations with people just to tell them what I'm reading. Like the other day, this guy said, hey man, I lost my job. I immediately listened to him for 20 seconds and I told him whatever I knew from the subtle art of not giving. Remember this, reading is only 5% reading and 95% showing off that you read. Anyway guys, thank you for watching this video. I hope this video inspires you to read more books. If you need any more tips, please let me know in the comments below. I'll be happy to share my advice and I'll make time for you even though I'd like to read.